So what is neutral? In the before time of Street Fighter 1 in the 90s. No, actually, I don't really know. I started playing fighting games during COVID, funny enough, and I played Guilty Gear, so I never really played neutral. Smile. But in this video, I want to explain neutral how I understand it, and hopefully this helps other noobs. I think when a lot of people discuss neutral or try to explain it, they go really in depth and drop too much knowledge at once. Not saying the videos aren't useful, but it's a lot to digest. When they say we're on layer 7 of the neutral onion and he knew that I knew about his knowing, that doesn't help me. Just tell me how to beat this Jamaican guy who keeps jump scaring me. Please. There are tons of great videos and I'll link some in the description about neutral, but in this one I want to discuss how I understand as simply as possible. This isn't all inclusive. It's very bare bones. That's the point. I think that's the best way to start understanding it if you have no idea. So neutral at its core is the same in all fighting games, even if it looks different between titles. I'm going to focus on Street Fighter as this is the neutral game that's all about the foozies and good old honest fighting. The definition of neutral on the FGC glossary is the stage of a fight where neither player is blocking or getting hit by anything, and you are trying to figure out the best way to start or continue your game plan. There's also a bit of an implicit assumption, yada yada yada. This other stuff's useful, but it's a lot to unpack, so here we're going to focus on the first two lines, just about. Essentially, each player has to decide how to start their game plan. Let's take Ryu versus Ken, a tale as old as time. At the round start, people want to see how the other's doing, how they play. We want to try and get a read on our opponent before we commit to a plan. Are you a jumping Mario player, a slow fireball zoner, or a tweaking crack addict, praying to God I press a button, etc. Once you get a read on them, you can start putting your knowledge to work. Let's say you can tell they like to throw fireballs and they're getting a little too lax with it. If you jump over one of those fireballs to punch them, since they're being predictable with their timing, you read them and punish them, and you won this neutral interaction. If you whiff punish them by going in and out of their range, you just played footsies and you won that neutral interaction. There are a lot of ways to start offense in neutral, but these are two really common ones that are important. Both these interactions started from neutral. One person got a read, played around the opponent's habit, and won. So they get to start their offense and Oki pressure and gain space. Let's say after Ryu punished the Ken fireball, he tries to start pressure, but Ken picks right on defense and techs his throw. Now we have to reset back to neutral. It was in Ryu's favor and we were in offensive/defensive positions rather than neutral, but now we're back to square one. But Ryu has Ken closer to the corner, he took his health, and him taking his health changes the decisions being made in this new neutral interaction, such as Ken taking bigger risk or trying to regain space on the screen again. That's basically the gist of it. It does get more nuanced than this, of course, especially talking about like really high level players who don't make mistakes and are really on top of their timing and stuff, but that's kind of it. You're trying to gauge your opponent and see how you can start your offensive pressure. And now that you get the concept, you can better practice and improve on it. Some key notes I'd like to add though are, one, if you drive rush or you dash up or you neutral jump, you are still playing neutral even by quote unquote skipping it. These are all decisions and options. The more options you can meaningfully present, the more you overload the opponent and make it more likely for them to make a mistake, thus giving you an opportunity to win neutral. Neutral isn't only footsies and whiff punishing. There are many more interactions and tools than that, even if that is the most respected aspect, and it is a very important one. While every matchup changes how you play neutral and what tools you use, the core ideas are the same, and your toolkit is the same. It just takes a long time to learn and implement. Don't be discouraged. I still suck at it, and I've been trying for what feels like forever. I hope this helps, and let me know what you guys think. If this helped you, please leave a comment, like the video, subscribe. It means a lot. If you have more questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Check out the videos I will link in the description from people who know more than me. I'll try to help, and yeah, that's about it. Thank you. Peace.